Hey, it looks like we're live. It's Lisa in the house, Calenturnil, and I see that Reed is in the house, Nimue is in the house, and Draco, hello. And I also see Vera Faith, and I'm hoping that some more can come online. I got the notice out so that many of you got to know that this is happening today. It was supposed to happen yesterday, but there was just no way that it was going to happen. Like, I'm sure that a lot of you have also had a lot of things happening right now. Like, there's a lot of release in the universe right now with the eclipse season. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys, I have a backup plan here with my Kindle for the symbols. But what I'm going to try to do is upload the document itself, and then when it's meditation time, I'll upload the meditation. And if you guys want to know how to find the meditation, it's in the description of the video, and it's also in the Patreon post if you guys haven't seen that. And in the Patreon post, if you're a free member or a paid member, you'll get a copy of the PDF that we're using. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I am going to try to upload the document now. Yay. And so I might do it this way because it might be that, because it'll take up a little bit more of the screen. I wasn't able to blow it up the way that I wanted to because it wasn't interfacing properly. Can you guys hear me at all? I'm just making sure. And actually, I forgot to drop down the banner and say happy Enderi. Valima Enderi. Okay, cancel. I'm going to do a new one. Okay. Way of Arda's lore. Valima Enderi. Honoring. Okay. We'll scroll that across. Let's see if that works. Yep, it sure does. Comments. Yes, we can hear. Excellent. Okay. And actually, when Dave gets on, I'm going to put my headphones on just to make sure that there's no background noise on my end to interfere with everything. So we'll go ahead and switch this around. I'll put my earphones in. Okay. Okay. So if Dave comes on this way, I won't echo, there won't be echoing or anything like that. So, okay, the Ritual of Enderi. So I won't be able to see the comments at the same time that I navigate the Ritual of Enderi document that I have, that I actually couldn't get the window to work tonight. So what I did was I used the attachment that is in the back end of Gmail. I mean, whatever works, right? So that I can share this with you guys. So I'll go there right now. And so it's the Ritual of Enderi, the Elven Middle Days by Calenturnil and Nathan Elwin, which is Dave Woosley's pen name. Okay, he decided to use a pen name for this particular piece back in 2016. You'll see that right here. So we will be updating this, but we decided that what we would do is do an entire ritual book. And we're looking at potentially having that traditionally published rather than published, like self-published, how we did this one, like through Amazon and through Smashwords, which is now Drafted Digital, and they upload to Kobo and a whole bunch, Sony and a whole bunch of other platforms like around the world. So this book is all over. And the reason that we even did this book at all is because Dr. Marcus Davidson, who is doing his thesis on us, when he was publishing his doctoral thesis, the publisher is a scholastic academic publisher, and they were nervous about publishing some of the things that we publish about Tolkien. They were worried about a lawsuit from the Tolkien estate, which I think was overly cautious on their part, because we are entirely involved in nonfiction, kind of, you know, the interaction that we have with the material. We're not creating new fiction out of the characters or anything, but we decided, okay, yes, we'll go ahead and publish the Ritual of Enderi for your project. And then we just decided to make it available to all of you. So, and it's ended up working out pretty well over the years. So there's the table of contents and the illustrations and the special thanks and the introduction. So I'll not read this tonight. I'll go ahead and we'll just get right to the ritual. Okay, the Enderi, the Elven Middle Days, which is the 25th through the 27th of September. And we are honoring Oromë, who rides his horse while blowing his horn. He's the hunter Vala of the, if you will, the Elven or Tolkien pantheon. Okay, like I'm not, you know, that's kind of problematic, right? The way that the wording is for that, but we'll go ahead and we'll start. So that is a picture right there of the star flower. And I'm going to go back and just double check that Dave is not in the room. Okay, Dave, Lisa cannot see the chat right now. Okay, because I don't see Dave inside of the back window here, and I didn't hear him come in. There was no doorbell or anything for him to come in. So I'm hoping that he'll come back. I'll let you in, Dave, if you come back in. Oh, he needs the link again. Dave, I sent you the link in Facebook Messenger. I guess I can try to send it again. Hang on a second. Hang on. Okay, it's not allowing me to. Okay. Dave, the StreamYard link I sent in Facebook Messenger, and right now I'm not able to get to Messenger right now. Oh, maybe I can from my phone. Hang on a second. Let me try it on my phone. Okay. I sent it to the Dekindre and Dave. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, I'm scrolling up. I'm finding the link. Here it is. Copy. And I'm just going to repost it down at the bottom for you to get in, Dave. And I'm sending it to the Dave and Dekindre one. Do you see it now? And I sent that yesterday, so that's why it says tomorrow. So ignore that. Just get the link. Okay, I just trying to get it really quickly, and I'll silence my phone while we're doing this. Okay, let's see if he can get in. So I don't know how you missed the link to come in. Oh, it's all right. I guess that there's a lot of messages going back and forth, and of course you're in a storm situation as well. So I realize that as well. Okay, so when he comes in the room, then we'll go ahead and start with Ainulindalë and Valaquenta, and we'll go ahead and, begin all of that procedure. Oh, Dave, just in case you need to know if you're not reading the comments, Reed says that he has tried to join the IV forum, but he needs admin approval. So do we need to alert Luthien about that to let her know that Reed is applying? What I could maybe do, you know what, Reed, I will take a note and I will see if I could send a note to Luthien myself and have her check. And Luthien, okay, approve, Reed. Okay. And that way, I won't forget. Okay. So, excellent. And I don't see Dave yet. There he is. Yay. Add to stage. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how did you miss my link?
because it never showed up. It didn't.
That's so strange. Yeah, because I sent that along with the YouTube link in case you wanted to share the link with anybody else, meaning to be in the chat, right?
I've scrolled up several days back and didn't see anything. So, you know.
Wow. No, I sent it yesterday. Okay. Like daytime yesterday, right when I was making everything. And I had, and luckily I had it, so I was able to resend it. So cool. Well, we're all here.
There is a big hurricane coming.
Yes, there is. And I think that maybe that's why you didn't receive it, because I'll bet that there was some interruption with your internet, you know, delivering it to your message box. Sure. I can see that. By the way, Reed is also in the danger zone with that hurricane. So we're happy that he is able to be here. We have Nimue and Draco and Vera Faith as well on the stream right now. Okay. And there may be other people coming, because I definitely had some other people responding and letting me know that they got the link. And some of them are not available. They're going to catch the replay, but that'll be fine. So anyhow, welcome. Merlin's here. Yay. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, you're just in time, Merlin. We had some planning difficulties, as well as a little bit of tech difficulty getting the link to Dave tonight. So, but he's here and everything's ready to go. So I'm going to go back to the document now. I'll go ahead and scroll up, and I'll let people see what's going on, so that go ahead, Dave. You can talk.
Just to let you know, DeKendre said that he wouldn't be able to make it. He said that in our group chat. So
okay, I didn't see it, but I had a feeling, because I hadn't heard from him at all. So that's completely fine. So I just wanted to show people what this PDF looked like. You can get this PDF if you are a free or paid member of our Patreon, which is also in our Linktree link that is all over the place, but certainly in this video description. Okay, we have special thanks. We have the introduction of Tia Eldaleva. So this is a 2016 version of our document. So we have not changed our name to the Way of Arda's Lore as of yet on this particular piece. We plan on doing that at some point, but we thought that what we would do is just update all of the rituals at the same time. And we even thought about getting a traditional publisher rather than publishing it ourselves. Although, you know, it wouldn't even hurt if we had just the rituals by itself. You know, as like a download for our patrons. I don't think that would hurt. And then that way they always have access to the rituals, no matter what holiday it is. And I think that what we could also do is make our memes available for people too, like the ones that we put out, like, you know, Valima, Enderi, right? So yeah, because we did not brand those. You know, we didn't put, you know, Way of Arda's Lore at the bottom or anything, like, you know, maybe we should, I'm not sure, but we've been using those for a few years now, and they kind of like still like really work for us. So anyhow, we'll be getting over here to the Enderi Mill days. And I've already shared that it's the 25th to the 27th of September. And we are honoring Oromë, who rides his horse while blowing his horn. And he is the hunter Vala of all of the Valar. And this is a photo here of the starflower, which is, we have the Latin name, I believe, on the website somewhere. It's Trientalis, and I think that that's the old name for it. They every now and again, the botany like decides to make a new designation. But starflower is very similar to what we had felt when we were looking at the Septa. And by the way, we have a news update on that. We're going to be placing the order around October 1st. So if some of you have your money already ready to send, and I'll be sending you guys either PayPal links or whatever it takes, Cash App. If you don't have those, then you'll have to pay me, and then I'll pay the organization for you. Because I have Venmo and Zelle and, a whole bunch of other ways to pay me, even Square. I mean, I have everything. So we can get your money and make that order so that you guys can have your Septa necklaces in time. And if you don't have, if you are not a current patron of ours and you want to get one of the necklaces, we have a special price that you can have it at. If you just want to buy it outright and not join as a patron, we can offer that for you for $20 plus like a $5 shipping if you're in the US, and possibly like $10 extra if you're outside of the US. So just send me a message, okay, elvenspirituality@gmail.com, or, get a hold of us on social media and we'll get you hooked up, okay? So, Linde Ellenlote, the Song of the Starflower. So we begin in the center of your area. So wherever you are, you want to like envision your area, okay, where you practice ritual. And if you can face east. Otherwise, you can visualize facing east. And this is the direction of the origins, or Cuivienen, which is the lake of awakening, okay? We want to visualize the mists of swirling gold and silver light that naturally create your ritual area. So fill it up so that you have this silver gold energy above you, below you, around you, and even going through you, through your middle, everything, just filling you up. And we'll tone Eru while we hold our hands outward. Okay, you can hold them like this. Okay, if you can see me. You can also hold it like as if you're holding water. So that might feel better for you, because it's like a container. So Eru is the all that is. It's if you will, God. Okay. But I think it's more than God. I think it's the source. It's the all that is. It's the everything. It's the one. Okay. So let's go ahead and intone Eru now. We have the septagram in our book still. We're going to be replacing this with the septaquetra, but it does give you a good outline of how we draw our energies in, so we can set up the days of the week. So we're going in the days of the week order. So you start at the lower left-hand corner, or I'm sorry, I'm thinking backwards. Okay. So you want to actually start at the middle right-hand corner, the 4 o'clock position. And this would be, and then you make it go clockwise, okay, or all the way around, okay? So you go to the 4 o'clock, then the 8 o'clock, then the 2 o'clock, the 7 o'clock, the 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, and then you come back to the 4 o'clock. So you have a way of doing this where you create this energy of the days of the week, and it honors particular elements, and we'll go through those. Let's you can hold your 2 fingers, or maybe I like to hold my thumb and index finger and my middle finger when I do all of this. So the 4 o'clock position is Elenia, which is star day. So let's intone Elenia. Elenia. Trace your hand over to the 8 o'clock position. We now intone Anaria, which is sun day. Anaria. Let's go up to the 2 o'clock position. We now intone Isilia, which means moon day. Isilia. Let's go down to the 7 o'clock position. This is Alduya, which is the trees day for the 2 trees, Telperion and Laurelin. Alduya. Let's go up to the top of the septagram, septaquitra. At the 12 o'clock position, we will intone Menelia, which is heaven's day. Menelia. Let's go down now to the 5 o'clock position, and we intone Earenia, which is the sea day or the mariner's day. This was the day that the Numenorians added to the 6-day Elven week in order to make it a 7-day week. And it's in the Thursday position, if you wanted to know where that is. Earenia. Let's go up to the 10 o'clock position, and we intone Valanya. That's a typo. Okay, Valaria, it's not Valaria, it's Valanya, and it is the high day, and it is the day of the Valar, which are the powers. Valanya. And then we come back to close this particular septaquitra or septagram, and we intone Arda, the earth. Arda. And now to complete the energy, you can use your hand to seal the energy, okay? And it's called the Fear Not Mudra, if you ever look that up online. It's just your hand with your fingers together, palm facing outward. It's like a seal. It seals the energy. Okay. We want to intone Ea, which means behold. Okay, so it's the sound that Eru Iluvatar had made once the Ainur had sang the 3rd song of the creation of Arda and all of the layers of Arda. And Ea was said so that it's behold. Okay. Ea. Now we want to acknowledge the directions and call in the Valar. And so you'll see that the first symbol here, it looks like a Y. So you can just trace it in front of you. So we're still facing east, or at least visualizing facing east. We put our hand in that Fear Not Mudra again, and we intone Roman, which means east. Roman. We now call on Manwe Sulimo, the High King of Arda, of the eagles and the winds, and his lady, Varda Elentari, Queen of the Stars and the protector of Arda, and Iluvatar's children, we welcome you into our circle, Aya. Okay, and we're going to go to Hjarmen, but first I'm going to see what's going on with Dave and see if there's any problems. Oh, Arondu is here. Hello, how are you doing?
No, those are...
You're fine? No, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking. I haven't been able to hear you tone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So...
I was toning on some of them, but then I also I was doing something on the side, so... And you tone better than I do anyway, so...
Well, I'm not so sure about that, but... Okay, so... you guys, so it's the top figure that looks like kind of a upside down Y. That is the next one that we draw. Now, if you can, you want to face south. Okay, so you just turn to the right, face south. Otherwise, you can visualize turning to the south. And Aaron, okay, very good. We are going to go back to the document. Okay. I'll scroll it down a little bit so you guys know which one to make. So this is the Tengwar for south, and you pronounce it Hjarmen. So this is for south. We're going to intone that now. Hjarmen. We now call on Tulkas, the youngest bare-handed, ruddy warrior Vala, and Nessa, the sister of Oromë and the friend of the deer, she who dances on the new green grass. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. Okay, we now go to Formen, which is north, and it looks like a B with an underline. So we just create that. Hold our hand in Fear Not Mudra. Let's intone Formen. Formen. And I did forget to tell you guys to face north, or at least visualize facing north. We now call on Aule, the smith, who dwells in the ground, the Vala of mining and crafting of metals and gemstones. It is he who created the dwarves as a gift to Iluvatar, and our motherly Yavanna Kementari, the giver of fruits and the queenly valier of Arda's maturing green vegetation of harvest, and of life that nourishes all of us. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. Okay. The next Tengwar you draw right onto your heart chakra, okay? Right there. Make a big, it looks like an N with an extra curl, okay? This is the Tengwar for your heart center. Okay, there's a word, and I'm looking for it. It's Ore. But when we make it, we intone mi, which means within, okay? So we make the Tengwar Ore on our heart, means a heart in our mind, and then we put our hand over the top of our heart, and we intone mi, which means within. Mi. We now call on the hunter Vala Oromë, the lord of the forests, he who loves the elves and wanders all of Arda on horseback with his horn. And Vanna, the ever young and vital, she who aligns with the flowers and the new plant growth. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And next we wish to, okay, there's a U with a line over the top of it, okay? This is a Tengwar for Velia, the sky. But after you make this, we will be intoning Or, which means above. So we go ahead and make our Tengwar, and then we can hold our hand in Fear Not Mudra up above. We intone Or, which means above. Or. We now call on Irmo, Lorien, the Vala of the Highlight Gardens, who nurtures all our goals, wishes, and our dreams, and Este, the Gentle, the Valier of rest, sleep, and healing. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And now you'll see that there is a similar one to Roman East, except that it has an extra tail. This is the Tengwar for Arda, which is earth. So we make this underneath us, below, okay? So we intone undo, which means below, but we use the Tengwar Arda for underneath us. So let's draw down underneath us this shape, okay? And you can hold your hand in Fear Not Mudra face down, because we're focusing on underneath us, okay? Undo, which means below. Undo. We call on those of the Valar who walk alone. Ulmo, the brother of Manwe, the powerful and protective Vala of all of the musical waters of Arda. And Nienna, the Valier of our transformation and our rebirth. She who with her tears intensely cleanses and restores all forms of fear, pain, and hurt that have come before. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And our final direction is west, and it looks like an M. So visualize or face west and draw the Tengwar. And we intone Numen. Numen. We now call on Namo in the halls of Mondos, the Vala of the balance and fair judgment of our respective paths of death, and to Vaire, the weaver of the ever-changing threads of time, the past, present, and the future. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. Okay. And now, while we are facing west, we want to either hold and visualize a flame, like a candle flame, or maybe you want like a fireplace flame. You can draw either kind, and you can just visualize a flame in front of you. We wish to intone Iluve, the all, the everywhere. And we're recognizing the flame imperishable at this time. So I'll just do a flame like a candle flame. Too bad I don't have an actual candle. That would be awesome, but I don't have one right now. Okay, but you don't have to. We can visualize the flame and really connect with that. Okay, let's intone Iluve, the all, the everywhere. Iluve. And now you can put your hands in a Namaste mudra, or you can also hold your hands still out in the container if that feels right. We acknowledge that we are one with Eru Iluvatar. And for those who align with Christianity, we are also going to allow room to make for the spirit of Christ consciousness to be with you in your particular circle that you are creating. We all, however, feel the flame imperishable within us in our circle of celebration on this night. Laita, blessings. Let us now celebrate the Elven middle days, the Enderi, on this day. It's actually 3 days, but we're doing it now. Through the legendarium, JRR Tolkien tells us that these 3 days were days of rest recreational travel, and for being thankful for the abundance of the harvest season. This middle time is also considered the second of the 3 fire festivals. The first being Tarning Austa, which is the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. And the third one is Turuhalme, which happens to be the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. So this is unique because it's not one of the solstices. So Enderi is the only other holiday that is a fire festival according to Tolkien. These 3 days are dedicated to the hunter Vala Oromë, the traveler to the Middle Earth, and in the early times of the Elves. And this is through the way of Arda's lore, which is now, which was known as Tia Eldaleva, the Elven spiritual path. We have, in other words, for some of you who are new, we aligned Oromë's energy with this time of the year because we felt that it was a good match for, like, we honored all of the Vala, and this is our way of like honoring each one as the year goes by. And this was a really good match.
Yeah. Also, in the Silmarillion and its writings from that time period, Oromë was the Vala that actually guided the elves from their awakening place in Quavianan all the way to Valinor. So that's why we chose this, because he has to do with traveling and guidance.
Yeah. Well, and also another aspect of this was that it was interesting because the opposite time of the year is dedicated to his partner, Vana.
Right.
So it was like, we have the seasonal, uplift with Vana, and then we have the seasonal downshift through Oromë. And by the way, for some of you who do not know, and actually we'll talk about this actually I'll just go ahead and talk about it in the reading because we did include it. It is a seasonal change as well. So we have the 3 days outside of time that are considered Enderi. And then the very next day is the beginning of Coele, which is the fading season. The Sindarin name is Lacelanta, which means leaf fall. And it's, so we've already been living the Elven autumn since Yavier back in the first part of August. Okay, so the Elven autumn is like, I guess it's like Indian summer for us, right? And, because the fall season, because we only have 4 seasons, this is the Elven season of fading that is beginning now as we go into winter. So Elven autumn is now over. Elven fading is beginning. Okay. So through the elves. Go ahead.
I just want just to let you know. Do you remember that adjustable Elvish, or is as the more specific name for it, calendar of Latris that I spoke to you about 2 years ago now? I got Luthen helping. I got Luthen helping me with that. So we should, if we get the math worked out, she'll be able to make an app, and then people will be able to.
Wow, fabulous!
On their phones or whatever. So.
Oh, that would be awesome. So, and by the way, okay, so this is another note that we need to make, because this was something else that was discovered in the texts, wherein in the Elven calendar, like meaning the real Elven calendar that they used, every 12 years, they would have a 6-day long Enderi instead of a 3-day long Enderi, okay? We will not be doing that because we are interfacing with the Gregorian calendar, so it's not the same. So we will not be having a 6-day long Enderi every 12 years. Okay, but if you would like to, like, maybe, I don't know, somehow resonate with the fact that the elves would be, going for 6 days every 12 years, we figured out that the next 12-year cycle, according to our Gregorian calendar, you know, like where it starts, if you just want an easy way to keep track of it, would be, the next one would be in 2028. Okay, just to let you know. However, we will not be celebrating literally for the 6 days. We will still be only celebrating 3 days. And the reason is because we operate on a Gregorian calendar. And so that is the same every year in the Gregorian calendar. It would be different if we actually used the Elven calendar.
There's a difference between an actual timekeeping calendar and a ritual calendar. What we have here is a ritual calendar. The Gregorian calendar does a very good job at syncing with the vernal equinox and everything. So if you did that, you would be introducing error, because we're not using the calendar of Imladris as a primary timekeeping calendar. It's a ritual calendar. So
yeah, we're literally using the Gregorian one and then interfacing with the other one. And we're doing this for simplicity reasons. We live in the real world here. And it's more or less of a way for us to just, if you will, you know, it's like, okay, let's take a breath right now and pause and recognize, you know, honor like where we're at right now in the cycle. That's basically what this is about. So, okay. Though the elves were more hunters than farmers, it is also a time of being thankful for the vegetation, whether fruit, vegetable, or grain. At this turning of the Loa, which is the Elven calendar, Yavier, the autumn harvest, is leaving, and Quele, the fading season, or La Celanta, has arrived. This also foretells of Rive, the winter, to come. We, however, welcome the swift coming of the darkness, as we will be able to see more of the nighttime skies, including Isil, the moon, steered by the Maya Telion, and Varda's stars, will Anar, the sun, steered by the Maya Arian, is directed toward the shortening of hours in Arda's presence for a time later to return. Let us now reflect on the meaning and the spiritual application it has in our lives on this plane of the earth existence. Let us also be restful and thankful for the seeds of our goals planted during Koire, the stirring season, and Tuile in the springtime, that can come forth in the physical manifestation as we now turn our attentions toward our spiritual growth. Laita, blessings. So you see that we have this this star flower again. So if you have some water, and by the way, I have my water over there, but I'll just pretend I'm drinking water. I'll get my water after, I promise. You want to visualize the star flower like infusing its floral energetic qualities into your water as you partake in drinking this water. You can actually physically drink star flower essence water if you have star flowers that grow in your area, and if you need to make some star flower essence, ask me how, okay, because I can tell you how. You can also buy some star flower essence from Alaskan Essences, okay. Oh, I did put that it is a Trientalis. Borealis is the one that we have a picture of here, but there are other species of star flowers that would work just as fine, just as well. I think that the one that's in the west, I can't remember. There's one for Borealis, which is north, and then there's one I think for east or west, and I can't remember, but it's fine. Any one of these will work just fine. Okay, so go ahead and take a moment and drink some water, and you can visualize the star flower energy in your water. Okay, or not. Maybe you don't want to. That's fine. But we find that this really helps us get into the meditation mode to like tap into this flower energetically. And so now we want to get very comfortable. If you can sit, that would be the best, because otherwise you may fall asleep. Although falling asleep wouldn't be a terrible thing, but you might not get as much out of your meditation if you're lying down. So if you can sit with your feet flat on the floor and uncrossed, and your hands open, uncrossed, facing up or down, whichever's comfortable. And now you want to close your eyes and notice that you are standing on Koro Larire, which is the green mound of the two trees, Telperion and Laurelin. And we see the beautiful silvery moonlight of the white tree Telperion filling the left side of our bodies. And we see the left side of us glowing silver. We see this light in our very blood. And we especially circulate that silver light in your ajna, or your third eye chakra, as well as in your sacral chakra, the orange chakra, which is about 3 inches below your belly button. And if you see other colors along with this silver light, that is totally fine. We just allow. And now we fill the right side of our body with the gorgeous golden sunlight of the golden tree Laurelin, while we see the right side of our bodies glowing golden, and the golden light shines in our very blood. You might see other colors along with this golden light. It's all fine. We just allow. Circulate this golden energy around and see it in your crown chakra at the top of your head, as well as your solar plexus, which is the soft spot that is just below the joining of your rib cage. Allow yourself to be nurtured above by this healing light. And next, we want to focus the lower parts of our body to make tree roots that push deeper and deeper into Arda, the earth. We now allow Arda to nourish and nurture us from the center of her being. Okay, and I'm going to add a part to this meditation. I'm going to add a grounding cord, and what the grounding cord is for is a drain, so that you can take all the residual energies that you no longer need. Okay, everything that doesn't belong in your energy anymore, that is not serving you anymore. Okay, and anything that is charged emotionally that is not of a loving vibration or higher, we want to send all of that down the grounding cord. And what it does is it drains it to Arda, and Arda recycles this particular energy and makes new source energy for us to pull up through our roots. Okay, so we're pulling up all of the Arda energy through the roots. And now we also want to expand our branches and bring in the energies of the sky, okay? The sun, the moon, and the stars, as well as all the sky energy. Bring that down into your field. At the same time, pulling up in the energies of Arda up through the bottom, so that you have this symbiotic energy from both Arda and Velia, the sky, or Menel, the heavens. And now we want this symbiotic relationship between the silver light and the golden light to fluctuate. So see one side of your body like really shining silver, and see that really bright. And then as that dies down, we see the golden side shining brightly. And then that softens and the silver light returns, and the golden light, and the silver light, and the golden light. And you come to a rhythm that matches nature. Okay, the silver, the gold. And right now in this time of the year, we're going towards like the lessening of the gold light and the increasing of the silver light. And we even have a daily cycle where we have the sunrise, that we have the golden light emphasized. When the sun sets, we change that around, the silver light shines. So we have these cycles, and we just want to get into that natural cycle. We also want to connect with our Valar or Maiar or Elven guides at this point. You might even get other messages. You may have other ancestor memories, others that you work with at a spiritual level. They may all be showing up for you right now. You might be more fully reawakening the Elven aspects of your DNA. And we want to now visualize ourselves encountering Oromë. We notice that he is very protective. He's the hunter of the forest. He blows on Valaroma, his horn. He rides Nahar, his white horse. And at nighttime, Nahar looks silver. He also has many hounds with him. Out of all the Valar, Oromë loves the elves the most. He asks you to join him in continuing his widespread travels around Arda, showing you the waters of awakening, Cuiviénen in the east, where the elves first awoke, all the way westward toward Arda. And toward the western oceans, and toward Aman, toward the blessed realm. Pausing occasionally to see all the beauty of nature from the woods all the way to the sea. We feel his love and his utter compassion and devotion to the Quendi, the elves, as he sacrifices his very existence by extending help to them. He may even take you briefly all the way westward to Valinor, the blessed realm. You may be brought back to the site of the two trees. Other guides may arrive in your meditation, and here we will allow the horse hooves to give you a meditation that I'm going to find out from the pendulum how long the meditation will be. It says 10 minutes, and we will start that now. The time is right now for your meditation to come to a close. We want to thank the Valar, especially Oromë, and any of your guides that showed up this evening for their assistance, and slowly come back to the physical world, remembering what transpired. We now want to bid Oromë and any others farewell, and we turn our attention back to Koro Larire, the green mound of the two trees. And we bring ourselves into the consciousness of the trees themselves. So now we want to draw in our branches, and then we want to begin to unroot from Arda. But we remember that we always have this connection to the sky and to the earth. We slow down the golden energy, and then we slow down the silver energy until these energies become small and portable. We can keep a little piece of these lights, visualizing them becoming the three Silmarils, the jewels that were made with the light of the two trees. You can keep them in your pocket and access their healing energy anytime that you wish. Now you can take a deep breath and open your eyes. If you still feel kind of lightheaded or buzzed, you can eat something, you can drink something, put a little bit of salt on the tip of your tongue. Eat a little bit of bread, something that will bring you back down to the earth. Okay, let's take a deep breath. Our work is done. We acknowledge the existence of Iluvatar, the all that is, and the flame imperishable while we are in circle. And for Christians present, we thank the Christ Spirit for being with us in circle. And may we see all of your presence in all outside of this circle, Laita.
Laita.
Thank you to all of the Valar, and in particular to Oromë, for being with us in circle and for carrying out in spirit our work done here tonight. We hereby open ourselves to you, even outside of this circle, Laita.
Laita.
We acknowledge and are grateful to the elements and the directions, and to the silver and the golden light for creating our blessed space in which we may do our spiritual work on this sacred night. Laita.
Laita.
Okay, and now the last step is that, like all of the energy that we generated earlier with the golden and the silver light in the energy sphere that we had around us, we now want to take that energy and gently lower it into the earth, all the way down into the earth as a gift of healing. Arda, here is a gift of energy, of pure intent, of love, light, and healing that comes from the very deepest places of our hearts. And may it heal you and all of your inhabitants and bring all things to natural balance. The circle is now open. Laita, blessings. Okay, and you guys can eat now or drink something if you like. And we can share any experiences that may have happened in meditation. And before I close out the document, you'll see here that we have the solar and the lunar observances from 2016. These are no longer actually accurate. You'll want to instead access elvenspirituality.wordpress.com/calendar. Okay. It's also in our link tree that we have link tree everywhere. And you'll see it says the Loa, the Elven calendar. That is the correct information now for the calendar because we updated it around 2021, 2022. So we just wanted to let you know. And that's the book. So we can get out of that. Okay, let's see. We have a new LM Facium. I'm not sure who you are, but hello. Thank you for coming into the ritual this evening. Glad to see you. Okay, so you guys can type into the chat or you can wait and type into the comments. Oh, it's Jim. Oh my goodness. I never recognize your username. I am so sorry. So nice to see you. Awesome. We have Jim from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. So Reed says, phantom ear sensation. I saw the top of an elven head with gray silver hair walking behind Nahar. Wow. My guess is that would have been Oromë. Yeah. Very cool. What a great vision. And okay, I had told Arundur about our ritual being on the 28th last year because we just didn't have time to do it during Enderi. So
right.
I just wanted to, I highlighted it. We did it on the 28th, but it doesn't mean that Enderi became the 28th because our calendar wouldn't allow it. No, Enderi is always on the 25th to the 27th of the Gregorian calendar. We just didn't have time to do, so it's like pagan calendars. It's like almost, like it's close as you can get. So that's how that happens sometimes. Okay. So, okay.
I was traveling through walking beside a horse, a pine forest, and I actually found a picture very close to it. If you want me to put it in, do you want me to put it in the chat here in StreamYard?
Okay, and then I can put it into the. Yeah, sure, that'd be fine.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. Close enough. That's actually around this local area. It's further up the road from where our house is. We live in a very rural area. Yeah, but this picture was taken in midsummer. But of course, what I saw in my vision had autumn vegetation. The pine trees didn't change, but the understory vegetation did. It was in fall colors.
Wow. So I put it in the live chat if you guys wanted to open up the link and see what it looks like. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very pretty picture. And actually, not sure if I can enlarge this. I was just thinking about sharing it. Oh. Maybe I can enlarge it a little bit.
It's not copyrighted.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can upload it to the video. I'm going to do my best and see what happens.
It should work. ImageBB usually lets you basically post it where you want.
So, okay, I'm going to see if I can share this photo with everybody. Did it work?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, it's up the upper left, but
I know, but in order to,
yeah, it's very.
Yeah, I couldn't. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe I can even enlarge it more. Oh, yay! I can do it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. A little bit too big now. Yeah. But, wow.
We have a lot of pine trees around where we are. We live in a pine forest, basically.
Oh, this is cool. I didn't know that my computer could do this with this particular piece.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. Well, we discover a new thing about this every time we do it.
Every time. It's always a learning experience. Okay, well, let's go see who the comments are. So we have Reed says, I saw Carolina pines, the skinny trunked ones. Oh, wow. Very interesting. And I lived in Carolina for a little while, so I know what you're talking about. And Vera Faith wants to share with you, Dave, that it's very beautiful.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
And and Nimue says, wow, that's gorgeous. But Draco and Nimue said, let's see, Draco and I have COVID, and neither one of us were able to focus enough to enter a meditative space because of brain fog.
Sorry about
I'm
that.
so sorry. Oh, that's so hard. Oh, we understand. Gosh, I know that COVID is happening in a lot of areas right now. Apparently, it's even happening up here in Montana, like in some communities. I don't get out very much, so like nobody makes me sick. You know what I mean? So,
now that you mention,
I have over in the corner over here, I have some elderberry thyme tincture that a friend of mine made, and I just take a little bit of that every day.
I never thought of it, but like starting about 2 days ago, my wife had a really severe headache, and then it progressed into more like a fever, and now the back of her throat is very red. So for all I know, it could be COVID. I mean, it's
oh my goodness,
it's hard to tell. Yeah, I just haven't thought of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that might be something that she might need to know, and it might just take a little longer for her to get well.
Right.
Because it does take a little longer.
Well, yeah, it's even she had back when it was COVID was burst on the international scene. She had several episodes of long COVID. So
Wow. Jim says it's sad I was late, or I would have participated, but I was curious about what you were doing, so I stuck around and waited with a greeting until I thought you were finished, but then you weren't yet. Okay. That's okay. No problem. This was, in fact, Jim, just so that you know, this was the original ritual that was done with Dr. Marcus Davidson, his first time with us back in 2009 during like his observation of us before he wanted to put everything together. So it's why we chose Enderi for the holiday, because he is actually available at that time. And so that was his first ritual that he did with us. And then when we decided to make the book of it for the supplement to the publisher, so that the publisher didn't have to publish it because of their fear of the Tolkien estate coming after them, which was very ridiculous in that they are an academic publication, but they were very overly cautious.
A little bit more than overly cautious. They were hiding in the closet, waving a white handkerchief, saying, "Help! Don't kill me."
Yeah, so that's the reason. That was the whole inspiration for why the book ended up happening all those years ago. So we actually need to keep that, like, even if it's like in print, like via, maybe not like the hardback book, right? Like, we need to keep it in print. Now, we do need to update it because we've had updates to the calendar. We're updating our name. We're updating, all kinds of stuff. So we'll be definitely updating the Enderi book. And actually, so one of the things that Kimber L, when she was involved with us, she had a really good idea. And that idea was to publish, like, meaning in the print form, individual rituals, so that you could like grab one of the, the ritual books and then take it with you somewhere. Like if you were going to go outdoors, so you could, instead of having to thumb through a big book, you could just have one ritual at a time, so that, you could have a whole set, like of, so I thought that was a really good idea. And it would certainly be something that I think that would be more along the lines of our self-publishing way, where the traditional publisher might want to do like a full book of a full year of rituals, like for the full moons and for the solar holidays. So, yeah. Okay, well, if everyone is done with sharing or what have you, I think that we'll go ahead and wrap this up a little bit earlier tonight than normal, so that we can all like get back to our lives and things like that. So it was wonderful having all of you guys here on the live stream. And for anybody watching the replay, we are so grateful for you. And again, if you want the PDF, make sure you let us know. If you want a Septa necklace and you are a patron, let me know. If you are not a patron and you want a Septa necklace, let me know. Okay. And I'm guessing that it'll run around $25 for people that are not patrons. If you guys want to get one, if you're in the USA, and then probably around $30 if you want to get one and you're not in the USA. Okay. Oh, very cool. Reed is saying, I'm making a sketch of what I saw. Very awesome. I wished I could even draw. Stay safe and stay well, all. Namaste. Listen, you guys get well from COVID. Please, please take care of yourselves, okay? Build up your immune systems.
I wanted to ask Reed there, what could you maybe email me privately on what username you registered on the forum? Because then I can get with Luthien about it. Because otherwise, because we have a lot of people registering and some of them are bots, so we can't really.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you know. So we might need his individual. Okay, Reed, if you are listening to me, email me so that I can forward it to Dave, because mine is easier to remember. elvenspirituality@gmail.com. Okay, this is me. And then I'll forward it to Dave and Dave can talk to Luthien. So I'm going to put this is Calendar Neil. Okay. But I will forward it to Dave so that, and just get us the email that you're trying to register with. And then also, I will give you Dave's personal email so that you guys can share the image. And it would be great if you could share the image on the forum, actually. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we have bots,
really wonderful.
Some of them are really easy to weed out because it's like, make $1 billion in a picosecond by following my MLM. Well, those are easy to weed out for the reason for joining. But then we have people joining just with an email address and saying elves, dude. You know, so who is it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So very good. And that was a pretty fast find for you in your picture that you found that was kind of similar to your vision. That was pretty cool. So
yeah, I recognized it in the vision, and it's actually it's on my summer pictures, basically. So I have desktop.
Yeah, actually,
that wallpaper that changes.
Very good. So Reed also wants to say much more art to come. So that's amazing. We would love that. And actually, if you could share that in the forum, that would even be better. But Dave will probably want to, have communication with you directly. But my email is easier to remember, so that's why I shared this one. And then I'll just forward it to Dave. And you guys will be in touch. I'll have to know
is what you registered under, and then I can ask Luthien, because Luthien is our webmaster on the IV forum, so she handles all the back end stuff, which is really beyond my capacity because I'm a mathematician, not a coder. So there's a difference.
Exactly. Speaking of code, that's what I've been doing today. I have like kind of a part-time job now with my friends that live here in Montana. I was in the back end of WordPress all day long today.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's an adventure. Jim says, stay safe and be well. All say hi from me to Dak, meaning Dakindre.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, I think that we're all good. So I think we're going to sign off. You guys have a wonderful evening and a great week and a great weekend and a great fading season. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you around. Do you think that our next video should be the language one, because you did such an amazing job?
I did write that big thing. Whenever you want to do it,
Yeah.
you also talked about the
symbols. Yeah, I'm still working on that one.
Okay.
I'm still interfacing with the whole AI thing. I'm still not comfortable with it. Meaning for summarization, this wouldn't be
Right.
like where it's writing. It's not researching for me. It's I'm doing the research, but I'm summarizing with it,
Right,
and that's what I want it to do. So awesome. Yay. And Veriface says thanks for the live. Thank you for showing up live.
Yeah,
We really appreciate it. And thank you for all of you who are showing up in the replay as well. We adore all of you, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful season. We look forward to getting you some Septiquitra necklaces soon. Okay. Light up. Blessings, everyone.
Bye. Bye, everyone.